Okay, great. So it is a May 7th, 2017, and we are doing our team meeting first and third Tuesdays of every month. This first screen are all of the resources that are going to be available to you. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and post it in the event of the group. And I think what I like the most about that is that each week I'm creating an event, or each time we have a training from our main group, and I will put slides and stuff that are pertinent to that month's team meeting in that event. Then you can go back to the event and you can see it. I can even put this PowerPoint up. I think I can upload a file to an event. I'm not sure. I know I can do photos, but it'll be there and available to you so that you can go back later if there's a slide that I use that you want me to make sure that we have. So today's team meeting. So we're going to do welcomes. We got a bunch of new people. So Sue Johnson, Kelly Nash, and Susan Melville are our new April recruits. We had a bunch in March. I think we had 9 in March. So welcome to our team. I'm Sue Moulton, your advanced director, and I live in a little town in central New Hampshire called Boscawen, New Hampshire. And I got to tell you, our team is growing leaps and bounds. I'm so excited. We probably have about 75 in our organization now. And look at the sales we did this month, girls. I want to tell you that Jen Mitchell's team is totally smoking my team at this point. I love it. Because of that, combining both of our teams and our organizational sales, we made organizational sales of $64,000 this month, and that's the highest we've had so far. I cannot wait till we hit $100,000 a month, you guys. I'm so proud of all that you do, and every person counts. Whether you're submitting a $150 or a $200 show, or whether you're our top seller, like Jen Mitchell was this month with over $16,000 in sales. We are all one big family, okay? And so I want you guys to think of yourselves as a family member. Everybody has something that they contribute. I used to have Emily Schumann. She's still on our team. She has had a baby since and is busy and isn't at team meetings as often. But she used to come to the team meetings, and she was my organizer. Like, she kept me on task. She helped me not to forget the important details. Wendy has, thank God, taken over that role for her. And so when I'll be like, oh, and I'll send this out, Wendy will be like, hey, you said you were going to send that out. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So we all have a role in helping this organization work. And that is just like having a family. You know, you don't ask a 1-year-old to clean the toilets, right? But they can pick up their own toys. So we all, at no matter what level, whether we're brandy new in the business, we all have something to contribute, because personally, we all have different things that we're strong at. And business-wise, we're all going to have different areas that we're strong at it. So Susie Ruggio from Massachusetts, she is like our spreadsheet queen. She has organizational skills in that area. So just keep in mind that you don't have to be great with everything in this business to have a great business, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help one another. So the first Tuesday of every month, we talk about how to book up the current month, what sales are going on. We're doing team recognition and team planning. The third Tuesday of every month is Disney themed, but it is basic skills in how to increase your business. And pretty much every 6 weeks, we rotate different topics. So there's going to be booking and recruiting and how to increase your sales and how to host coach and those type of skills that are needed in order to be successful in this business. So you don't want to miss either of the meetings, because each month has different information. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen out, or you have your calendar, or just open your phone, mark May 21st as your next Zoom training. It is always the same Zoom link. The only time that is ever going to be different than this Zoom link, and that's why Wendy keeps showing up as me, is I gave her my Zoom link and she signed in as me, if I give somebody else my Zoom link to load up. But most 99.9% of the time, the Zoom link does not change. So put it somewhere in your phone so that you can find it. It is also as a pinned announcement at the top of our team page. So if you can't find that, and there's also a magnifying glass to the left on our team page, and you can search our group. If you just type the word Zoom in, it's going to pop up and it'll be my same link. The 21st, we're going to be talking about the Lion King and the circle of life and how that pertains to your business and how you can make a Hakuna Matata your business motto. We're going to be keeping our business alive by improving your party experience. And we're going to be talking more about National Conference because we are getting closer and closer. And if you have not registered to go to National Conference as a new consultant, you can register for $99. And you have to get yourself to Chicago. There's some wicked cheap flights going depending upon where you go. If you can fly into O'Hare, it's closest to the hotel and you can take a shuttle from O'Hare directly to the hotel. I'm flying into Midway because I can get flights much, much cheaper, and then I either Uber or I take the subway for about an hour to O'Hare, or to Rosemont. We have 3 hotel rooms that are currently booked between Susie and myself. Those hotel rooms fit 4 people usually in them, and we usually just, share beds and share the cost, and we just make it work. So if you want to go, we do need to start figuring out housing. Right now, I have for conference, and these are the only people that I have marked down. I have Deb, Carrie, Wendy Tebow, Susie, Jen, myself, and Tammy told me today that she's going. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you are planning on going to conference, you need to let me know because at some point we're going to let some of those hotel rooms go, and I don't want to do that if we need them later. Conference dates will be posted, by the way, for those that are new. Okay, so we're going to get ready for summer. May marks the end of some of our routines, or actually June around here is when school ends, and then we're going to start our summer break. So, yep.
Sorry, it's Jen Mitchell. I just wanted to let people know you can pay for conference with your Pampered Chef dollars.
Yes. The PC dollars that you're earning as a brand new consultant in your first 30, 60, and 90 days can be used to pay for conference. It wasn't always that way, but they do allow that now. So keep that in mind. Save $100 aside, because conference, statistically, those that attend conference sell more and recruit more and have a stronger business. It's like getting an adrenaline shot in the middle of summer or the end of summer, and it's exactly what you need to jumpstart your fall. And every year I've been for the last 8 years that I've been full-time. I started attending conference my first year full-time. And I won't ever miss a conference since the first one. You get back that amount and more. Like I'm paying, I think, $200 or $250 for registration. You get products, you get swag bags, all the stuff that you get. We get special promotions. Like one year we got a golden ticket that we could recruit anybody with that ticket for free. One year we got to be part of the direct ship program if you attended conference. One year, in addition to products. So it pays for itself just attending products and the stuff that you get back. One year it was like double points on recruiting towards the trips. One year you got 2,000 points just for attending conference towards the trip. I mean, crazy stuff. So they reward you if you go. So here's the dates. July 25th to the 27th is the official dates of conference. Like that's the dates that Pampered Chef is having activities going on. Let me tell you when we are flying in. So I am flying in on the 24th, the day before, which is the Wednesday. Nancy Jo Ryan has hired Belinda Ellsworth. And for those of you who have not heard Belinda Ellsworth, this woman is like a firecracker, and you have got to hear her. She has done direct selling for years. She was the top of her direct selling, and she is going to tell you all different ways that you can make your business work. Wendy and I both bought all of her planning information and got all kinds of great information from this woman when we heard her live. So Nancy Jo Ryan has paid for this speaker personally, not Pampered Chef, to come in and speak to our organization. In addition to that, it's free, but you do have to register so that they know how many seats they need. And then in addition to that, Nancy Jo Ryan does have top sellers and top recruiters from our organization that speak every year. And Wendy and Susie and myself and Tammy and those that have been to that will tell you that if you can come in Wednesday night, and I think the first meeting starts at 5 o'clock, if you can be there for that, in my opinion, that's worth the whole conference. It's crazy. So you're going to get training when you get to the actual conference center. You're going to get training from home office staff. You're going to get tech support training. There are classes that you can sign up for that are all free, and you get to pick which classes you want to go to. If you're stuck on how to get bookings, you're going to hear from the top people and what they do differently. If you want to know how to have higher sales or better engagement on your virtual parties, technology stuff, it's all there. So for May, what do we need to talk about? We need to talk about bookings, selling, and recruiting, because those are the three basics of our business. If you can book shows, then you can produce sales by showing your products. And if you have people that are at your show or in your show, if you're virtually, you can recruit because you have to be in front of people. So you can't recruit if you don't have bookings. So bookings is always the first thing on your list. So let's talk about some tips and some tools about booking May specifically. May and October are always our Help With Cancer months. Pampered Chef always partners with different organizations. If you haven't seen this video of this gentleman, this just came out on the Pampered Chef website. If you don't have a YouTube channel, that's something I recommend you do. Create a Google account, get a YouTube channel, and then you can save these videos to your own personal YouTube channel. That way, when you share them in your virtual parties or on your VIP customer page and the customer clicks on it, it links them to your page, and then your page is on an automatic loop, so it'll play other Pampered Chef videos. We are partnering after 20 years. We've been doing the American Cancer Society, and it was early detection of breast cancer. This year, we are partnering with them for Hope Lodge, and it's kind of like the Ronald McDonald's House. It's a place where families of cancer patients can stay for free while they're getting services done. And I know personally a Pampered Chef consultant whose son was having treatment, and they had to stay for 4 months at a cancer treatment center because it was 4 hours away, the nearest place that her son needed treatment. So to drive back and forth 4 hours is not even reasonable. So they were able to stay, and we are partnering with Hope Lodge. So how does that work? What does it look like at your parties? This image is in marketing imagery, and you need to be posting this into your parties, and you need to print it out and bring it to your shows, put it in a page protector and pass it around. And you want to say, when you purchase one of these items in the month of May, $1 goes to the Hope Lodge to help their patients care for and prep meals for the families that are staying there. So they don't pay extra for the products, and you'll even notice that, yeah?
I don't see anything. Are you sharing an image?
Mm-hmm.
I was just texting you that.
Oh, don't text. You guys got to interrupt. Hold on. I'm glad you said that because I am flying through slides.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know when you started your slides. Okay.
Yeah, because I can't see it. Don't text me during the thing, Wendy. If that happens, interrupt and go, Sue, check your phone or something like that, because I can't see, because when I share my whole screen, I see the whole screen is the image too.
Can't see anything. Okay.
All right. Can you guys see my screen now?
That's perfect.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Doodly-doo.
So just show pictures and we can.
All right, here we go. All right, so here's the Zoom training. Lion King, Akuma Matata, May 21st. Mark your calendar. End of school is coming soon. Longer days, vacation, national conference dates, booking, selling, and recruiting, booking tips, and here we are. Help With Cancer. Thank you, Carrie, for jumping in. So Help With Cancer. So these are the products that you're going to want to just stick in a page protector if you're doing live shows, and you're going to pass it around. I want you to notice that the pink whipped cream maker is a couple bucks less than if they buy the whipped cream maker. It's $25 for the teal colored one. So they're getting a good deal if they buy the pink one. And the pink products are only while supplies last. You will find people, I have customers that are like, let me know when the pink products come out, because they love the pink and they always buy the pink up. So you definitely want to post this on your Facebook wall. For those that are new, if you are not part of my VIP customer page called Cooking with Sue Moulton Pampered Chef. And FYI, there are 2 Sue Moultons in New Hampshire that sell Pampered Chef now. I'm the only brunette. She is blonde, unless she dyes her hair. And so you want to make sure you get on my page. Your upline director or your recruiter can add you to my page, and then I can accept you. The reason I want you on my customer page, and you are the only consultants that are allowed on there, I do not allow other consultants outside of our team on there, it's because I want you to steal everything I post on that page and repost it for yourself on your own customer page, so you guys don't have to be thinking about what should I do. So if I have a video and I post it, or if I have an image, you don't have to ask permission and say, hey, can I steal that? Just open permission, steal it. It's to help you promote your stuff. So there's 3 ways that you can help support Hope Lodge. So this is a way of getting bookings. So the first thing you can do is you can promote the products, because $1 from each will go to the Hope Lodge. You can offer a Help With Cancer fundraiser to raise awareness and to raise funds. You should know that when you click to create a show, and you click to create a fundraiser, it will ask you, is this an American Cancer Society fundraiser? If it is, the check automatically gets written to the American Cancer Society. So if you are trying to raise money for Walk for Life, that is different. So you don't click the box that says American Cancer Society. You just do it as a regular fundraiser, and when it asks you what the name of the organization is and how the check should be written out, then you put that in there, okay? Because what happens is the check, if it's an American Cancer Society check, that automatically gets sent in, whereas if it's a Walk for Life, it gets sent to the hostess, and they carry the check in and they give it to the American Cancer Society for their entrance fee. And you can get involved if there's a Hope Lodge that's near you. You can go and you can, you can do a cooking class. You can donate products there. You can get involved in volunteering there and just getting awareness of your local area. You want to partner in May, because May hosts get to pick any one item or any one set in the entire catalog at 60% off as the host of a show, and chair people of fundraisers. That is their one and only benefit. They don't get free products. They don't get half price products. They don't get discounted products. They don't get any other benefits as a host if it's a fundraiser, except for the 60% off. And this month, what better month? They get to pick anything. Like my husband, when he hosted his own show, got the knife block set. So whatever floats their boat. You want to update, there's updated themes as well, fajitas and margaritas and different fun things. I did a Cinco de Mayo party. I started all of my virtual parties on May 5th so that I could, Cinco de Mayo them. So Pampered Chef has word choices for you, by the way. If you did not look on the virtual party training, there are specific word choices that you can copy and paste for bookings. I know we've all been working off of the Stephen Joseph document that we all talked about, but all of those word choices, they're basically all rewritten from home office. So, hey, I wanted to reach out to you today because my Pampered Chef hosts can get anything they want in the catalog for 60% off, and I thought of you right away. Doesn't hosting a fun get-together in May sound great? What do you think? Now, on our team page, you'll notice I posted a screenshot of just a conversation I was having as I was closing my shows, and I was scrolling back through my party before I don't archive my parties, but I changed my banner and then I moved them so that I know that they're unpinned and I'm not dealing with them anymore. And I went back and I was making sure that I had asked everybody that commented in that show if they wanted to host a show. And some of you have been asking, like, what are you saying? What are you saying? There's no magic words, but I'll give you some words. And so I gave you some in that as well. So please make sure that you look at our team page once a day. I don't care, morning, noon, or night. You don't have to be on all day long. Just once a day, go to it and scroll back and see what you've missed. There's lots of shout outs to people, but there's also really good training information that gets put onto that page, okay? You can text. Basically what I've been saying at my virtual parties is I'm reaching out, I'm talking to the guest once at the beginning of the party. Hey, Mary, thanks so much for joining, Jessica's show. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you during this week. Are you Do you have any dietary restrictions or anything specific that you would like to see in the party? I like to customize my parties as best I can. Now, if I don't hear anything from her as she's commenting and I'm commenting back and forth in the party again, I make some other comment like, congratulations, you're getting so many points. I really appreciate your engagement in the party. It makes it so much more fun. What's your favorite part so far? And then the third time I talk to her is when I ask for the booking. Hey, Mary, I'm going to be wrapping up, Cassandra's show this week, today, whatever. I always like to touch base with all of my customers to see if you'd like to be the next one to get the free, the half price, and the discounted products. Plus, oh my gosh, in May, you get to pick any one item or any one set at 60% off. What do you say? You want to give it a try? Now, those are just my words, so you got to make it your own words. But I mean, I can rattle stuff off like that for you if you need to know what to text. Partying with the theme. When I was in Hawaii, I was picking the brains of every virtual consultant I could find down there to ask them, what are you doing? What is making you an executive director? What is making you, earn $100,000 a year virtually? And guess what? All of them are using themes. They are theming their parties because it changes what they post and it makes it more exciting for the guest. So that's the part I didn't get down quite right. I have to fix my template once again. So tip for all of you, I chatted with Post My Party and they gave me a link to a training. I haven't watched it. It's on my schedule to watch tomorrow, but it's a lot less posts than what I'm doing now. And they're spread out between 5 and 10 minutes apart. No batch posting of 6:01, 6:03, 6:05. Because when you're running 10 shows, as I am and as Jen Mitchell is, in a week's time, and they're 3 minutes apart, you're posting 30 different posts within 3 minutes. Facebook thinks you're spam. They start blocking you. I've been booted off of Facebook once. I've had to re-sign in because they thought that my account got hacked. So we have to keep up on the curve on this, guys. So theming it makes it easier because you don't feel like you need to post everything. You just post about Mexican and margaritas or sips and dips or wine and chocolate or easy preps. So selling tips, tools and tips for selling. We all know that you get the crinkle cutter for free when you purchase $75 or more. There are some fun pictures that I'm going to be posting on my VIP page about the crinkle cutter, so stay tuned for that and steal the photos yourself. Ways to increase your sales. Well, obviously, we're going to talk about our Help with Cancer products because people will want those as add-ons. You're also going to be thinking about graduation. I am saying in all my parties right now, who do you need to buy for, I used to say Mother's Day, Father's Day, wedding, and graduations. Well, Mother's Day is this coming weekend, so they don't have time to get that in. So I dropped that on the deadline for Mother's Day, and I don't use Mother's Day in my thing anymore. So now I'm saying, hey, Father's Day is around the corner. We've got graduations from high school and college and weddings and showers. Is there anybody that you need to buy for outside of your own kitchen? So make a post about that. Anybody know somebody that just got engaged? Then when they go, literally at one of my shows, one girl goes, I did. And she posted a picture of her ring. What did I do? I private messaged her and I went, oh my God, we have a bridal registry. Why don't we do a bridal shower for you? Blah, 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 blah. So you're going to get leads that way, but it's going to make people go, oh, Father's Day, I should look at the grilling gear. So that's ways to get add-ons. Anybody have any questions yet? I'll take a pause. You can unmute if you do. I know, I'm gusting up to 120 miles an hour here. Okay, what's in it for you guys? So when I first started as a new consultant, I was doing shows because I needed to make money. And I never understood the upper level people that were like, oh, I'm so excited for my team and I'm in it to help everybody else. I was like, I'm in it for me. I need to earn some money to pay some bills and I want to earn the free products because I really love the products. And more than anything, I want to go on these trips. Well, now that Jen's going on her first trip, I totally get what other people are saying. I texted Jen the other day and I'm like, I feel like a mother whose child just walked for the first time. I'm like telling everybody, I have a girl and she's going on a trip. And Wendy went on a trip 2 years ago and she went on a cruise, and it's like the best feeling in the world when you know that somebody you care about is getting a free all expense paid vacation. So I get it if that's not where you're at right now and you're looking at it like, oh, I hope I get the $750 to get the new products. I totally get that because I still like the new products. And it's like, if I miss a free-for-all, I'm mad. I've only missed it once in my entire career, and I had surgery that year. And I missed the $3,000 level by $27. So do not close your last show of the month until you have checked your numbers and you know how close you are. Because if I had spent $27 of my own money, I would have got another $130 in product. So you got to know your numbers. You'll only make that mistake once. So there's a free-for-all for those who are so brandy new that you're like, what is this crazy woman talking about? Free-for-all means that you get a bonus just for showing up for work. So I don't know about you, but when I worked at a real job where I had to like punch a clock and show up, they paid me for being there. They never gave me a bonus for just doing my job, for just showing up. So if you sell $750 in May, you earn level 1 bonus. That, I believe, are the Chill Zane bowls that they were talking about. Level 2 is the cover item of the fall catalog. And they won't tell us what that is until the fall catalog comes out, which we find out first at National Conference. You'll get catalogs and mini catalogs there, and you'll get to see what that fall product is. But if you take a peek at our current fall catalog, it's the $240 wok. Last time it was the quick cooker, which was $248. So if you sell $1,500 in May, you're probably going to get a pretty hefty product. It's $400 worth of value that you're going to get in that kit. And then if you sell at the $3,000 level, you're going to get a $550 value. So there's some serious products coming out in the fall. Our product developers are going great. You definitely want to strive for the second level this month, okay? Okay, recruiting. Holy smokes, recruiting is the best it's ever been. And this month is why. And let me tell you what is so great about this month. If you don't know and you haven't seen, Pampered Chef created a new kit for May only. It has the quick cooker in it. The mini kit is only $109 and has the quick cooker in it, which is $248. It's ridiculous. We have people that can start their business and turn a profit, and I posted it on our team page. And let me actually, let me escape out of this and I will show you what I'm talking about. I think I actually put it in my, I probably have it in my PowerPoint already, but I'll make it bigger here. So you can start in May. They can get in part on the Help with Cancer products. They can get the quick cooker and all of these new products, which are worth, I don't know, probably, well, the small kit used to be $450 worth. It's probably $700 worth of products here. And they can get it all pretty much for free and keep it for if they do like 3 shows. They get a 50% kit rebate once they hit their $1,250 in their first 30 days. Plus, they get to choose from their free-for-all. If they do $1,250, they might as well shoot for $1,500. Get level 2, whatever that big thing is. And they're going to get the new June product, this cool scraper, ice cream scoopery thing, all for free just by starting their business in May and hitting $1,250 in their first 30 days. So this image is something you need to be posting in your virtual parties. Okay? It's crazy. Crazy. Okay, so we all have a story worth telling, and it can be summed up with learn, love, and share. So we all learn about what makes Pampered Chef, why it's so great. We're going to learn about what this season's products have, what kind of recipes, what's special and different about May. I'm doing grilling themes right now. I created a virtual party called Outdoor Entertaining. People are like, I'm all over that. I have a camper, so I'm showing all kinds of outdoorsy kind of things. Then you're going to fall in love with the products, the solutions on how to sell them, how to recruit, and your journey, your story, and your business. And then you're going to share all that you've learned and all that you love about this with your family and your friends and your community. And it's a story worth sharing. So we all have a story, and we're going to go about that. Oh, see, I did put it in. So this is our new kit. I'll make sure that that's posted in the event page. So every month is a good month to recruit, but this month is a better month to recruit because they're giving you double points towards the Disney trip. So if you are behind on points on earning Disney, they're going to give you a little boost, and they want to help you earn Disney. So if you recruit a handful of people this month, Jen Mitchell, I think, recruited 8 in March. If you recruited 8 this month and they all qualified, you would get, is it double this month or was it double last month? Somebody unmute and correct me.
It's double this month.
Okay, I thought so.
So that would be 48,000 points. It's almost
Yeah, that's and it's 56 to get to Disney.
correct.
So
But
if
you'd
you're
be a
like
director, so it would go down to 452.
right,
Yeah.
or from 58 to 56, 52 is
From 56 to 52 is for director.
yeah.
52 is
So literally, you can recruit yourself to Disney this month alone if all you do is focus on helping people join their team, getting them up and running as virtual or live consultants, and getting them qualified, getting them on the team and getting them qualified. Literally, this is the month to do it. You can totally excel. So, there are personal rewards, kind of like I was talking about earlier. You're going to make money and you're going to impact other people's lives. The unlimited earning opportunity is what I think excites me most. A lot of people are asking me in my virtual parties, when I say, ask me anything about the business, they say, what's your favorite part of the business? Now, for those of you who know me well, I really don't like to cook. So that's not the favorite part of my business. I love owning my business. I like being my own boss. I like getting up in the morning and knowing that I'm the one that's driving my work. And I probably work way harder than I should. My husband said I work way too much, but I choose when to work. And yesterday I hiked a mountain. And when I got to the top of the mountain, I had cell service. And so I said to my daughter, I have 10 shows going. Let me do 5 of the shows now. I'll jump in and comment on 5 of them. And then when we get off the mountain and we're eating dinner, I'll do the other 5. So I literally worked yesterday while spending the entire day doing something I wanted to do with the people I want to do it. And that is why I'm moving my business more towards virtual, because I want to spend my summer up at Newfound Lake on the dock, and I can check my phone a couple times a day while swimming. So this is something, the income potential is unlimited with this business. You need to understand the one thing, if I could tell Sue Moulton what I know now, back when I started Pampered Chef, here's what I would tell her. I used to think that I didn't want to recruit people because it would take away from my sales and my potential business. It's the opposite. The bigger the organization you have, the more income you will produce. You earn overrides on your team sales, and as long as you are continuously booking parties, you won't have a problem with recruiting new people from your shows. You earn PC dollars when you recruit. You earn bonus points, and I will tell you, once you've been on a trip with Pampered Chef, you don't want to ever miss a trip with Pampered Chef. They really do take such good care of you on these trips. And my husband works for corporate America. They don't send you on trips usually. You don't get those. So I asked 2 of our consultants, a seasoned consultant and a newer consultant, to tell us how Pampered Chef has impacted your life. So Wendy, I'm going to have you go first. I'm going to stop screen sharing so people can see you. There we go.
I can do my video.
Oh, that's right. There she is.
Well, let's see. So I started, it'll be 5 years this year, which has gone by so fast.
Wow.
I know. And I started part-time until I started recruiting. I believe in recruiting because, one, it impacts other people. Two, it keeps Pampered Chef running, and so I can still have a business. And the income is more, but most importantly, that it's able to help others get their goals where they want, help them, because I know how it helps me. It's flexibility. I have, which I'm leaving tomorrow for Florida to pick up my mother. She lives with us full time from summer to winter. And, there's doctor's appointments now. She's going to be 87, so she's healthy, but that. And then I have young adults are still with me, and I have a full house. And so I need the flexibility right now. And it's been great because it compensated my full-time job above and beyond, so I could quit my full-time job and be at home, do my hours whenever I needed to work. It's also created more personal development, how to communicate, how to relate to other people. Because a long, long time ago, before Pampered Chef, I was in direct selling, and I joined direct selling at that time to get out of my shyness. So any of you out there who don't like to speak in front of people, this is a great way to push yourself to do that, because you will learn so much, plus you'll meet so many people in this business that will help you along the way. So it's been amazing, amazing journey.
Yes, you'll channel your inner Sue soon. You'll be hearing my voice in your head, right, Wendy?
You too could be a Pampered Chef consultant. I do that twice in my virtual parties today.
That's awesome. So I know for a fact Wendy's son bought a business, and one time Wendy was moving and doing screen printing stuff and racing all around. Like, she works her business around her family. She has a grandbaby that lives with her daughter. Like, it is an amazing opportunity that nobody is going to fire you from your job. But also, you get to decide whether you're going to be a good employee or not. So you have to set hours. I think the hardest part of owning your own business is setting office hours and actually working your business. So I asked one other person to give a testimony, because when I read her goal sheet and her testimony, it pretty much brought me to tears. So Cynthia, take it away. Tell everybody why Pampered Chef for you, what you decided you wanted to do.
Well, I decided to do it not for the money, per se. I was a 911 dispatcher forever. And 18 months ago, I had surgery just for a hearing loss. Well, it was little. Now I cannot hear out of this ear, and I can't see out of this eye. The doctor hit 3 nerves coming out of my brainstem. So I have what's called trigeminal neuralgia. So I need money at the time. My things changed because the doctor retired, but I wanted to go to Turkey because there was one doctor on this whole planet that would be able to maybe fix it, because it's called a suicide disease, and it is the worst pain you can ever imagine. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it after I had that goal challenge. But the initial part was I couldn't do my job, and to go from working forever and absolutely loving what I do to nothing brought me down to my knees, and it sucked. I hated it, to be home and not do anything every single day. I was the voice in the darkness. I'm the one that helped people, and I sit home with 3 dogs and a husband who's driving me nuts. So I made him go back to work for 3 days, but it was scary because I don't need the money. He's an Air Force, 28-year Air Force guy. He just retired. So it was never about the money for me. It's more about interaction and still working. So I got invited, I guess about 3 months ago, I got invited to a party, and I don't do these things. I will never go to parties or the Pearl Party. I don't want any part of it. But she was my best friend in high school from Connecticut, and I was like, all right, I'll go. Well, Christina Isher is the one that put the party on. Well, I had a blast. I had such a blast. I got up every day because I wanted to win every one of those damn contests, and I lost. And that pissed me off because I want to know how much things are in that Skittle things. But the more I interacted, the more I felt better to get up and do something. And then I talked to people that I didn't know and then the people I did know that were in her party. And then the $39 thing comes up and I'm like, well, I'm Italian, I'm a mom, and I'm a damn good cook. So why couldn't I do this? I know I can do this. So I said, well, it's $39. I'll get more product for just, trying it. And I fell absolutely in love with it. I got to talk to people every single day. So what was taken away from me, I got back tenfold. I mean, I don't care if I ever get a paycheck, but my challenge to myself is getting that girl-free stuff and showing somebody else that cool spiralizer because she's on a diet. And I found a niche and a way to do this. And I went from like $400 to $900. And now every party I've hit 1,000, which I just hit 12. 2 minutes ago, I closed at 1,200. So,
congratulations!
So, but to me, it's given me something that I've lost that I hated to lose. It gave me a family of people like you guys back when I'm sitting here in my house because I can't hear and I can't see. So if you see me looking at different things, here's what I can hear because I have my speakers here because I can't hear on this thing. So I'm probably talking really loud. But
Nope, you're good.
that to me means more than my commission check. And I'm sure that's different from other people, but it gave me a life back where I was literally thrown to the ground, not knowing. I mean, I'm 54. I have 20 more years to go. I'm fine.
At least.
Yeah, or at least. But that to go to that party changed who I was in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. I have so many people that care about what happens to me, and I care about their kids. And there was one girl that was in that's in Jen's group, Nina. She and I were chit-chatting about cards. Well, we found out we both have black labs and we have a Bazinji. Who has a Bazinji?
What is a Bazinji?
It's a crazy dumb dog who yodels. It's crazy. But I made connections, and she's from a town that I know in Connecticut because I'm from Connecticut, but I'm in Pennsylvania now. So it's brought me back my life, I guess.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I am so glad you shared that. I hope you guys are all hearing that because we don't just sell spatulas, people. We sell hope. You don't know who's at your party who needs this. Sometimes it's somebody who needs income because they're going to lose their house or their car, or they're going to get foreclosed on, or you don't know. Other times it's a story like Cynthia's where she needed a reason to get out of bed and to connect with people again. And I've shared a story before, but there's enough new of you people on that I'm going to share the story about. There was this one girl that I'm friends with, and she did a show at this beautiful house in a rich neighborhood. They had the 2 beautiful cars. The husband was handsome, beautiful kids. The show was great. Everything was fine. They all engaged normally. And when she was done, she did full service checkout, and she asked everybody there if they were interested. The hostess joined her team and was on her team for 2 years and consistently was attending team meetings and selling and doing great. And then one day vanished. Not a word, nothing for 10 years. Never heard from the woman again. 10 years later, she finds the consultant back on Facebook and says to her, I need to thank you so much for asking me to be a part of Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef saved my life. I was in an abusive situation where my children and myself were being abused by my husband, and I was so afraid of leaving him. But Pampered Chef gave me the confidence, the skills, and the money to walk away and to save my life. And if you hadn't offered me that opportunity, I would not be alive today. So you don't know who are at your shows. This woman, she said, I was so floored because I met the husband and he seemed really nice. So you don't know what is happening behind the scenes for people. That is our job to just offer them the opportunity and let them decide where it's going. So I shared 2 stories. We're going to give more stories at different times, but I just want you guys to be thinking about it, that recruiting is not about you. It's about who's out there that might need something. I didn't know how to cook. I still don't like to cook. My husband and I are like, I'm like, I cooked last night. It's your turn to cook. And people joke all the time, like, oh my God, you're cooking all the time. And I'm like, that's because anytime I am cooking, the tripod is going. So it looks like I'm cooking all the time. I go Facebook Live at least once a week because I have to cook at least once, right? Like I might cook twice, but that's about it. My husband cooks a couple times and then we eat leftovers. Or poor guy, he was eating hummus and celery the other day. I'm like, all right, I really probably should cook some food. So like, don't assume because they don't know how to cook that they can't be a great business person. I went to school, I was a business major. Pampered Chef just happened to be the business that I chose. I could have been Tupperware, it could have been something else, but I like kitchen gadgets. And these kitchen gadgets, it gets me in and out of the kitchen faster, which is what I'm all about. I'm all about entertaining and I love to eat. So it was a good match. You know, cooking just happens to be what happens when you have people over. You have to provide food. So keep that in mind. We're going to go back to the PowerPoint and finish up because we have 10 minutes, but I just want you guys to know that recruiting is not about you. It's about the other people. So if you feel like you're the one that's being pushy or something, that's because you're thinking about yourself and not about the other person. So this month, I want everyone to reach one. I want all of you that are watching this to consider finding one person that you can bless with this business. There's no reason that with a 50% kit rebate and a $109 kit that has probably $500 or $700 in products in it, that we can't help somebody sell $1,250 and you get 6,000 points towards Disney. I really want a group of us to go to Disney next year. Like, how much fun will that be when we all have a group dinner together with all of our family and all of our kids, and this whole friggin' group would probably have to have 6 tables put together or something. I want that to happen. I want us all to be there together, getting our husbands getting to know each other. It's the coolest thing in the world. When I showed up in Hawaii and one of my friends who lives in Florida said, "Where's Katie?" Because Katie's been on the last couple, my daughter, Katie's been on the last couple trips with me. They wanted to know where my daughter was. I'm like, oh, she didn't get the Hawaii trip. And they're like, oh. And they're like, are you guys coming down to Florida to visit us? My doors are always open. I joke. I could literally break down in any state in the United States and get on a Facebook Pampered Chef page and say, I am broken down in the state of blah, 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 in the city of blah, blah, blah. I've seen it happen before. Somebody had a military child. Hey, I have my son. He's not 21. They won't rent him a room at a hotel. He's between bases. Can somebody put my son up for the night? All these girls, Pampered Chef girls, I got a room, I got a room, I got a room. Tell them I'll come get them. So you know that you're part of a small family, but you are part of a bigger family and a bigger organization. So everyone reach one this month. Okay. Next. Okay, rewards, annual rewards for consultants. Sometimes I don't talk about the big picture. We get mired down in the muckety muck of how do I close a show? How do I get the booking and all of that? But let's talk globally here for a minute. Every year there's a trip. This year, our trip that we're earning right now, all year long, is for the trip to Disney. You can find that when you go to the Consultants Corner under the trip incentives, under promotions tab, and you look up Disney. You can sell yourself to Disney by points. You can recruit yourself to Disney by points. You can build team leaders and directors, or do a combination of all of those. Every one of you should try to sell at the $2,000 a month level, because if you can maintain $2,000 each month for a quarter, January, February, March, you'll get an extra 1,000 points. And then you do April, May, June, you get another 1,000. So you can get 4,000 bonus points just by having a consistent selling schedule. So you have to figure out, and if you don't know how to do this, I can teach you, but you have to figure out what is your average sales per show. I'm going to have some $1,500 shows like I just closed, and I have some that are at $87 right now. I have those two people. Just because we sell at these higher numbers doesn't mean that we don't have shows that don't qualify. I have shows that have zero, not a single order on them. Those happen to us too, and to Jen. Excellence Awards. Excellence Awards is fabulous. You can earn excellence in 4 categories: sales, recruiting, developing leaders, and organizational sales. The qualifications of this are on the same place under promotions. You should look it up. It's $55,000 in sales, but the year starts June 1st to May 31st. The reason they do that for excellence is so that they can have all the numbers in by June so that they can give you recognition by July at conference, okay? So starting this coming June 1st, you're going to be starting the new excellence year, and you can track your numbers. And if you get excellence in sales, you'll get a $350 gift card. Now, I don't know, I'm going to stop screen sharing for a second just to see if you guys can see. Can you guys see this ring? I don't know if you can see that ring. Can you see that ring? It's a diamond and ruby ring. That was 1 year. That was my first year. You got the ring with the rubies, and then every year after that, if you got excellence, they added more diamonds to it. A couple years ago, I got a Tiffany's gift card. Haven't used it yet. My daughter and I are going to get matching rings. I was supposed to get it for her 21st birthday, but we didn't get around to picking our rings out yet, but we're doing that. Some years we got jewelry and stuff like that. Now they're doing gift cards, so you can pick what you want, okay? So fun, fun, fun. And you get it in more categories. You can get more amounts, 500, 650, and 800. Okay, monthly recognition. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's give some shout outs here. Jen Mitchell has smoked her director with $16,414.27. Let's give it up for Jen. Woo! You guys can unmute and shout if you want. I'm so proud of her. She has totally kicked my butt. I love it when people beat me. It has only happened like 3 times in 15 years. Woohoo! That's right. So I am thrilled. So she has 16,000 in sales, and for those of you who don't know, Nicole is 100% a consultant. So whoop whoop, you absolutely can do it. The numbers off to the right are the commission rate that you earn. So she's earning at the 27% commission rate. I'm earning at 29 because I'm also an elite seller. An elite seller is when you sell 12 months rolling total of 75,000. The total of the last 12 months is 75,000, and in your current month, you're selling 6,000 at least. So Jen will be there pretty soon, and she'll be at the 29% commission rate as well. And then we both earn, because we're advanced directors, we both earn 4% on our own personal and our organizational sales. Cynthia, Carrie, and Heidi are all part of the top 5. So big congratulations for you guys. I posted the rest of the numbers on the team page. So if you want to see where you stack up against your consultants, take a peek there. Top recruiters. Cynthia, welcome. Susan Johnson, first recruit there. Catherine Guilford, welcomed. I spell welcome, W-L-C-O. I got a little typo going on there. Kelly Nash, I was like, that looks pretty funny. And Danielle welcomed Susan. So we have a couple new consultants this month. So yay, we got some new training. We got some promotions. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I know I recognize Wendy on the team page, but I thought I would recognize her here too. She re-promoted to a director and has director status on a team that she is leading. So congratulations, Wendy. I'm always glad to have her on our leader team. She's a valuable asset to me. She is like my right-hand man. We also have Cynthia is a team leader, Catherine is a team leader, and Heidi is a team leader. A team leader has 2 team members that they have welcomed to their team, and Danielle is already a senior consultant, and she's a brandy new consultant. So if these girls can be recruiting, I always call us the oldie moldies, better get to it. So woohoo! And Trisha is brand new. She's got 100 Paper Chef dollars. Corey's got 200 rolling. Deb's got 200. Carrie's got 200. Shelly 100. Kathy's got 100. Heidi, 300. Whoop, whoop. Cindy, 300. Whoop, whoop. Samantha, 100. Nina's 200. Wendy's 200. Natasha is 100. And Jessica is 100. So those are probably the last couple months, people. Those are your PC dollars that you have earned. You earn 30 Pampered Chef dollars every time a new consultant that you recruit qualifies. So there are ways to get more Pampered Chef consultants. So we are wrapping up. Please do not take the summer off. Schedule your time off, okay? I personally want to spend many more days like this up at Newfound Lake on the end of the dock. So what have I done to prepare for that? Well, I prepared 3. I have 3 battery pack chargers. I have the whole little thing. Oh, if I can use my left arm. Ow. I have this little Pampered Chef case, and inside it, it's got 3 different battery packs that I can charge my phone. So I literally could probably go 12 hours out in the sun with my cell phone and not have to plug in anywhere. It's important that you plan summer, because if you don't plan, you're going to be out of business come fall. And fall is our best selling season. I am talking from experience, and I implore you, I've been doing this 15 years, and I see a lot of people make this number one mistake. They go, oh, the kids are off for the summer. I want to spend time with my kids. I'll get back to my business in the fall. What you do in your business right now shows up in your business 30, 60, and 90 days later. So if you're doing nothing the beginning of June, the beginning of July, August, and September, the new catalog comes out September 1st, and you're going to have no bookings to start in September, and you're going to have to start from scratch, and it's going to take you September and October to get up and running, and you're going to miss the best-selling season. We sell more Pampered Chef September to December than any other time in the year. Right now, though, May and June, we call this our second November, because you have the Mother's Day, Father's Day, wedding, and graduations. Those are the best gift-giving seasons, Christmas, and then this season that we're in right now. So please, we are in business so that we can have a flexible schedule, so that we can spend time with our kids and we can spend time at the beach. But you have got to schedule time for work. So even if it is just getting 15 minutes a day, setting a timer and telling your kids, you need to go watch SpongeBob SquarePants for 1 episode while mommy makes phone calls, or while I PM message people. And when the alarm goes off, you can come back in here and mommy will go play, you know, whatever, or take you to the beach or take you to the park or whatever. But you have got to schedule designated days. So maybe your life looks like Mondays is host coaching. So I'm going to spend an hour Monday and I'm going to host coach all my hostesses that day and tell each one of them what we're doing. You know, oh, I've set up your Facebook page. Oh, your Facebook page is running. Post this into your thing. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. But Mondays, I'm going to talk to my hosts about this. Tuesdays, I'm going to reach out to all of new business, people that I'm trying to book that they said, talk to me in the summer. I'm too busy. Wait till school gets out, whatever. Tuesdays is that. Maybe Wednesdays you're focusing in on recruiting. So of course we want to recruit our hostesses because they're our number one recruits, but also people in our shows. And then maybe Wednesdays is paperwork day. Maybe you're getting yourself organized. Maybe you're making your filing. Maybe you're actually doing your income and expense report. By the way, I was thinking of that today. I have a box, and when my box gets full, I take a day and I binge watch television. And while I'm binge watching television, I'm entering in all my income and expense stuff. So you make it kind of fun. So you have to have some form of schedule, and then you need to stick to your schedule. It is okay to copy and paste the same message. Now, warning, warning, warning. I have been in Facebook jail probably more times than anybody on this call because I type fast and I copy and paste fast. And Facebook recognizes me as a spammer. So you cannot private message too many people that you are not friends with. So you need to do it in small chunks and then go take care of the kids, do a load of laundry, load your dishwasher, and come back. Do it later in the day. You also need to be careful when you are messaging. So I often, when I am taking down information and I am writing up I just take a regular sheet of paper, name, address, phone number, and all that. I will text my hostesses. So I texted a bunch of people today because I was Facebook messaging a bunch of people today, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to end up in Facebook jail. So then I stopped using Messenger because they were people that had placed orders on the show but aren't friends with me on Facebook. So I opened the show up, and then their phone number's right there. Most of the time it's their cell. You don't know for sure. And I began private messaging each of those people. The same message I was going to paste to them on Facebook, but I did it in private messenger, in texting, because I didn't end up in Facebook jail that way. So schedule time, even if it's 15 minutes a day, so that you are working your business. Also, if you are a live cooking consultant, summer is the only time in New Hampshire that we can be outside doing barbecues and outdoor entertaining and camping and fun stuff like that. So take advantage of that. Use that as your end. Like, oh my gosh, let's do an outdoor patio show. Do you have an area by the pool? Oh my goodness, let's do a barbecue show. I'll do loaded nachos on the grill. There are lots of great recipes that you can do outdoors if you're a live consultant. If you're a virtual consultant, by all means, get your camera out, figure out how to do the tripod. I did a video on what to do for that. It went viral on Facebook, by the way. Video yourself. I have a little video, and it's literally about 9 seconds long, and I have burgers on the mat that goes on your grill, and it's cooking burgers, and you can see like the fat bubbling and stuff like that. It's just a live video of burger fat, but it's very accurate of what it looks like, and I've sold some of those mats with it. So take some short videos while you're out cooking, save them to your phone so that you can upload them into your parties. So I can do it in May. You guys can too. You now have the skills and the support to achieve your goals. So I want you guys to take a second and think about how many parties you want in May. Today is only the 7th. We have a whole 21 days left. How many parties a week are you looking to do, whether they're live or virtual? For me, I want to do 10 virtual parties a week. It's a lot. But I want to see if I can maintain a high, 12, 15,000 in sales a month. If it's too much, I'll drop down, but that's my goal for May, June. Then, how many people will you add to your organization? Who will you share this business with to make their everyday better? How many people? Now, I've been asking all of my hostesses, so that's 10 a week. I'm probably asking 40 people a week. I've recruited nobody so far. So don't feel like, oh, I talked to 4 people and everybody said no. I've talked to 40 people, and I have a couple maybes. But I don't have anybody who's joined my team this month yet. It's okay. It's a numbers game. Don't be selfish. Offer it to them. Let them think about it. Let them figure out if it's good for them, and if it is, we'll have them join our team. And I will personally submit more than blank in personal sales. So I want you to be tracking your numbers. Even if you're not tracking for Disney, I want you to be tracking your numbers. So you have an idea of what your best is so that you can beat your best. Okay, last slide. So we have our host special for June. It is Double Free Products Month, which we are not going to be talking about at all in our parties currently. And do you know why we're not going to talk about it in our parties currently? Somebody want to share with the newbies why we don't do that?
So they don't jump ship.
Yes. If you mention one whisper of Double Free until your May is 100% booked, you're going to hear, oh, I'll just wait for May. I'll just wait for June. That's fine. I'll book in June. I like the June special better. And you're going to have no sales in May, which means your June 8th commission check is going to be a big fat 0. You don't want that. Trust me. So you want your May booked first before you start booking. So when people ask what the June special is, I snipped this bottom section here only, and I will send this to you on the team page, and I say this is the 60% off special in June, and I send them the May one, and I let them pick until my May is booked, until I have 10 on both dates. I still have one slot left. When that is booked, then I'm offering June 2nd and June 9th. And then I start saying, oh my gosh, they just announced it's double free products month. Now, there is a catch to this double free, and here's what's important for newbies to pay attention to. Oh, I'm already over by 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. See where it says $650 here? They have to hit the $650 mark for it to begin doubling. If they have a $500 show, they still only get $90 free. Okay? If they hit $200, they can still choose any one of these at 60% off, and they still get one half price item and $20 free. But until they hit $650, it doesn't start doubling. And Pampered Chef does this on purpose, and they do it in the summer and in January on purpose, because those are your two slowest months. So it forces your hostess to actually work to get their rewards. Okay, so it's to benefit you guys. All right, I'm going to stop screen sharing. We are done. I will post some of these pictures. I want to open the mic for you guys. Do you have any questions? I apologize for going over. I couldn't see my clock when I was chatting.
No, but I have something to add. So
Okay.
you were talking about like June being Father's Day and stuff. But remember when people have little kids, how we used to give teachers stuff?
Yes.
Add teachers. I did that with my show today, and everybody picked up. I mean, that have kids, they picked up a scoop, and I don't know where I found it at, but I'll share it to the Incredibles. But little screenshots, and there were really great sayings, like the apple core. You were like the apple of my kid's eye with the
Yes.
apple core, things like that. And it has like little gift cards. It's absolutely adorable. So I used that today, and it was hilarious.
If you guys go to our team page, oh, look at that. I'll host. Somebody's going to host a show. Yay. We love messages like that, don't we? When you go to our team page in the corner, if you go down here and you type in teachers and then you search, it should pull up those that Cindy's talking about. There you go. Holiday gifts for teachers. So here's some. So if you go to this one, there's some here, but we had, there's definitely some on the page. And if you want to do an album, if you have a bunch of them, that would be great, Cindy. I know that
I have like 6 that are
perfect.
6 or 7.
So when you go to photos, you're going to create an album, okay? And just put them in it and say teacher's gift and put all the items in there. And that way, if the rest of you guys, if you guys come across some good teacher's gifts, you add them to that album. That way it's a fast way to find the items. The One Cup Prep Bowls, I was the One Cup Prep Bowl mom, and all the bus drivers and all the teachers got peanut M&Ms in that at the end of the year, and they got it, and they're like, oh, you're the Pampered Chef lady. They know me because of the One Cup Prep Bowl. So,
Let me see if I can find it on here.
Anybody else?
Right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
So actually,
Yep. And
Maybe
we've
I
got
found
tons of them on the
yours.
virtual party page. We'll post them all into an album so everybody can find them.
Yeah, they were a big hit today. That boosted her from like $1,000 to $1,200, and like it was almost my last post, and it just went, oh, I want that. I mean, it's cheap and cheerful for the kids, you know.
That's right. That's a really great idea. Teacher gifts. I didn't even put that in my template. I'll add those tomorrow to it. Who is KM O'Hara? Is that Nina? Can you unmute yourself? I want to take attendance, and I don't think I took you down for attendance.
Susan, that's Kelly O'Hara.
Kelly. Okay, great.
One of my new.
Congratulations and welcome. Is it Kellie or Y?
Kelly.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody else? I'm going to read off the list. If I do not read your name, you need to let me know. Abby, Sue Johnson, Heidi, Wendy Shaw, Wendy Tebow, Tasha, Cynthia, Carrie, Deb, Dina, Mary, and Kelly. there anybody I missed for attendance?
Catherine.
Oh, Catherine. Oh, see, good. This is why we do attendance. Okay, beautiful. Okay, thank you, ladies, for your time. I apologize for going over. Have a lovely evening. I will be online and we will update that.